Hey everybody, welcome back to Roleplay Blades. We're in hour 3. The murdering is about to begin. Careless Firm. We did not get to murder quite as fast as we might have, but now we've arrived at Murder Station. Jenna has her back turned. She's vulnerable. Careless, you're breaking her neck with your bare hands, I think is what I heard.
Yes, but well beyond what is necessary.
Sure.
That's just kind of the careless way.
The careless way.
A lot
nice.
of shows that have a very dainty crack and they crumple over. This is like her head spins around.
So I was going to say controlled and standard effect here, but it sounds like you want great effect.
Should we make it risky?
Sounds like you want great effect and you're rolling a risky.
I think, yeah.
Pretty sure.
All right.
Pretty sure that's what you're
doing.
Why
not make it desperate and go for EPs?
Make it desperate and like super murder her. No, I don't think there's any more effect to be had.
Is it a skirmish roll then, you think?
I think so, yeah.
It could rest on their neck if you think about it.
I agree. I think if you wanted to prowl, like it says it's an ambush, so that would count too, but skirmish, yes. Skirmish?
Yeah, skirmish. With great effect, you said?
Yes, with great effect.
With great effect.
Any boosters here, guys? I'm at 3 right now because of my skirmish is 3. Anybody want to?
Can I help?
Yeah.
If I help, I take 1 stress, right?
Yep.
Okay. I don't know how I can help with what you're trying to kill
Snap
Jenna right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I just distract her?
If you're helping, it's 1-for-1 stress-wise, right?
Right. Yep.
Okay.
It's a better deal. Yeah. You can. She's already distracted. I mean, you could get involved. You could grab her legs or something.
No, is Rune back in the room?
Yeah.
I came back.
Well, what if I grabbed that cravat from her neck and it just revealed it? Like that's how I helped him.
Sure. You throw her off balance a little bit. She leans forward more.
It's up to you guys. Whoever's helping her, spend your stress and.
Okay, I'll spend it.
Okay.
So
I only got 1, so I'm good.
Yeah, you're good.
Spread the stress around a little more. That's not a bad idea.
Stress spend.
Yeah, that's a good idea, Chad. The obvious devil's bargain here is that the severity of the killing here causes the Tinkerer and the Scovlander on the floor to kind of freak out and yell or scream or something. You can take a bonus die to murder her if they shout out in oh my god, freak out in some way. We can start that alert.
Not take that devil's bargain.
Start that alert clock going if you wanna get one of those going.
No, I'm gonna go with this one. All right. 5, 4, 2, 2.
All right. You do it, and there's a complication. The usual.
Get some blood on your shirt.
I took
yes, that's right.
House, by the way.
Yeah, I want to hear about this.
It was just risky, Jeff. It wasn't desperate. No XP on that one.
What?
Yeah. Sorry.
That's why I said go desperate and get the XP.
I thought I was.
No, you had pushed up as far as you could go.
That's what they all say.
So, yeah. So I think let's see what should the complication be here.
I'm cool if the others do get some kind of warning or something like that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Can we hear I want to hear the description of it.
I think
of the act.
Yeah, I think it's the Tinkerer guy. He freaks out. Instead of you just going subtly and what happened? Is something wrong? She suddenly drops to the floor. You're and murder her firm style. And he goes, ah, and backs up and starts stumbling backwards up the stairs. He's not help, they're downstairs, but
he's moving in that direction.
He's getting the fuck out of there. Unless someone interferes with him. And yeah, Ms. Cat.
Physique benefit, by the way, it is. It's never been shown in movies because it would actually be X-rated the second it happens, but just full head just spins completely around.
Yeah, it's
not meant to
horribly violent. Yeah. And the Skolander like passes out from his blood loss. And this guy's like going backwards up the stairs and his heel slips and, you know, he bangs into it's like a twisty servant's spiral staircase. He
Can I
bangs
take
into the
another
corner.
action, or does somebody else have an idea?
Like, yeah, you could follow up, but you know, someone else has an opportunity right now if they want to.
Can I have Myth intercept him, like come from the top of the stairs?
Oh,
Myth is because he's like going back up the stairs, and Myth just is like standing at the top of the stairs.
Just like come through through the other side.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Yeah,
So,
you can do that.
real quick, since I'm sitting right there in the maelstrom, as I'm wrapping, I'm trying to like get this guy's arm wrapped up so it doesn't bleed out and shit like that. And then I look up and catch out of the corner of my eye, like looking, I see Careless do this disgusting display of just power and savagery. Twist the head all the way around, and I'm guessing she just crumples to the ground.
Yeah.
Okay, so I look up, and I have a confused look on my face. And I look up at Careless, and I go, "Well, now what?"
Now what is this guy going up the stairs, trying to turn around and run?
Continue from there.
So Myth has prowled across the courtyard through the top of the house to meet up with Rune down in the basement, it seems. Let's see how that goes. Gonna make a roll for Myth.
Do it.
And you might as well do it.
Wait, he gets a +1 because of me.
He gets +1 in combat with you. This is combat. Duh.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well done, John.
I'm yes. It's also sneaking through the house, but that's fine. Like you're his cohort leader. It's okay.
She's fighting through this.
That's fine.
Tomato.
It totally counts. This is
Almost had to add another one of the bullshit block.
this is an ambush. He's ambushing the dude on the stairs. His cohort leader is right there, giving him his bonus die. So, and you can roll. You're gonna roll 3 dice. Like I guess let's do. The easiest way for you to do it is a fortune roll, I think.
It's tough because the only thing Myth does is tear people's faces off. You know what I mean? So
That is tough.
you can almost just skip the dice rolling part.
So it's 2 things. So this is assaulting the hapless guy on the stairs, but it's also, you know, what happened when Shadow Ghost Dog snuck through the building to get down here and do this. What did that just go fine or not?
And why do you have a picture of a dog scarily standing at the top of stairs ready to
That's
go?
my dog.
My God.
That's the inspiration for Myth, my actual dog. So I'm rolling fortune, you're saying?
That's awesome.
So I'm rolling fortune.
Is it your house that's scary or your dog? I can't tell.
Make a fortune roll with 3 dice, 2 for Myth and then 1 for the cohort bonus from Careless Firm.
Okay.
Oof.
4. Okay.
Yeah, but those double ones.
Told you I'm not rolling very well.
All right. Now we are going to need that alert clock. So I'm going to grab it.
No.
Someone noticed Myth going through the house.
Yeah.
Were we made aware as characters of why Miss Cataby, this was her rival?
Yeah.
I don't think she told you like why necessarily.
Okay.
Unless I'm forgetting.
Maybe
Like,
Careless
we know,
in our flashback there was a little bit reveled.
Yeah, can you refresh
Yeah, I mean the gist of it is that a lot of Cataby's like aspiration and motivations is to like get into high places that she's not supposed to be so that she can gamble. And Jenna was like a constant thorn in her side because she knew who she was. And so it was more difficult to get into certain areas. And then, of course, she started working for Lord Suker, who I owed a bounty to. And so it was like I had my own little tattletale who didn't like me, who happened to be associated with Lord Suker, who was just to piss me off, like keeping tabs on me all the time. So that's the gist of it. It's not any, she didn't say anything bad about my mom. She's just in the way all the time.
Well, that problem has been solved, so to speak.
How often do the clocks advance, like the generator one, for example?
You don't know. That study roll didn't go well. So
Okay, so it's just kind of at your discretion?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
So I added an alerted clock and ticked it once. So you guys hear two things. You hear this guy like lever himself backwards up around the corner of the spiral staircase. He's like, ugh! And he's like trying to get up so he can run up the stairs. You hear the low growl that you're familiar with, Myth's growl. And then you see him back. Like he disappears for a second around the spiral and then he takes a step back. So you're looking at the back of him. And then upstairs you hear like someone running and like some like muffled sounds, not like the alarms have been raised, but as if somebody went like, what was that? And someone else was like, what? And they're like, over here, like that kind of thing.
Well, okay. What's the ratio of foghounds to staff of this place?
Foghounds are gone.
Foghounds are gone, Bray.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're
Yeah,
out
on the boat, they've got like 5 or 6 total dudes out there.
Oh, right. Okay. I'm sorry. I forgot about that.
That wanted nothing to do with
How
this.
many total are in this area that have seen this happen?
There's no one else here except you guys right now.
Cool.
Yeah, you're alone. The Skovlander passed out after you broke his elbow. He's bleeding. He might bleed to death. It's hard to tell.
So it's just the guy on the stairs?
Just the guy on the stairs, and then Myth assaults him. Yeah, like he doesn't instantly kill him. You got a 4, but the guy like backs up and is like, oh, and then falls back, and this shadowy hellhound is on him and goes to take his throat out, and the guy gets his arm in the way, and Myth chomps down on his arm and like starts ragdolling the guy back and forth on the floor, and he's like, and Myth is trying to get a better position and is biting and clawing at him, and if you don't do anything, Myth will just like finish him off over the next few moments. So you don't have to do anything. If you want to do something else while this guy gets murdered by Myth, you can.
I'm going to eat my sandwich.
That's cold. That's some ice cold shit right there.
I think Perilous like stands up from demolishing Jenna and looks back over at the scene, kind of appraises it for like 5 seconds. Is like, we should probably take these bodies into the generator room so that if it does blow up, they'll go with it. But if it doesn't blow up and someone comes, then they'll see the bodies. Interesting dilemma. Thoughts, everyone. And in the background, there's just
yeah. The guy's like dominated now, and he's almost whimpering, and he's looking at you guys like, why is this happening? What did I ever do to you? Who are you guys?
How far are we away from the water?
You're like the front courtyard outside is like 50 yards maybe, and then there's stairs down to the canal dock. Okay,
so it wouldn't be a huge trek for me to carry a body down to the.
It would be water. You know that there are guys out there, that there's like patrols out there, but you could you can sneak. You guys he goes, hang on, scoundrels, you can sneak around.
This is me thinking, by the way. I'm not saying.
Yeah.
As it would happen, a moment of brilliance, if I might say so myself. Rune, did you disable the generator?
I did something, but it's still working, so that's what I was hoping Aldo could
Okay. Say no
help
more.
me out.
We have to move. Time is of the essence. Aldo, we're going to need you to wreck that generator, get it offline, and then our alibi is that these bodies were killed by Myth or Myth-like ghosts that came in through the downage of the generator. We are absolved. And in the ensuing chaos, we need to make sure everyone dies.
Sounds like a plan.
Most everyone. Let's not be too hasty here.
Yeah, I think just like in terms of doing stuff on the score, like I have it in mind, and I think this is correct, that this whole generator thing is really a way to remove the bulk of the potentially 40 plus people that are between you and your target. So that's really what's going to be
alibi too. I think you could very easily explain away the murders through the chaos, right?
Shit goes down in the Deathlands, right? It's dangerous to be out here, you know. People.
Oh shit!
Shit goes down the Deathlands.
And like while you're saying that, this poor person who's essentially begging to be spared and is not spared. Like as you're making this point, Careless, like you see, like when Myth kills a person, like it's not just normal. Like there's weird shadowy burn marks on them and stuff, and like it's definitely, there's a signature to it that could potentially do what you're saying.
And I think, as to even punctuate my point, the guy's getting finished off behind me, and Karos kind of looks and goes, "Oh no, a ghost killed another one." That's the attitude we must have.
I want to see the clip of Careless going, "Oh no."
Although I will assist you in the wreckage of the generator. While we're doing that, Rune, if you could have the wonderful Myth probably do the same kind of woundage to these other two people just to cover our tracks. That'd be great. Miss Cataby, Jenna dead?
Wait. So, one point of clarification, if I may.
He's like in front of you nodding at him.
We're killing all of these people.
Yes.
All right. Well, I'm not going to let the dog. This guy was a good competitor.
Yes.
So let me get this guy. You can eat him afterwards. I don't care.
That's fine.
Okay. So I just reached down. If he's passed out, I'm guessing.
He's passed out. Yeah.
Okay. I just put my like hand over his nose and mouth until he stops breathing.
Yeah, he shudders and kicks and lies still.
All right.
And
Now
over the top of him is Careless, like almost rocking back and forth. He's just like, "Yep, that is the honorable thing."
well,
point of.
I look up at him. I go, "Well, I didn't ask for your opinion about it. I didn't ask you to do it. So maybe next time, keep it to yourself." He's dog food now.
all right, boys.
I like the word maybe there, Aldo, because it allows me to do it or do not. Let's move.
So just an interesting thing happens here. I think it's interesting anyway. Rune, you notice that during Careless's little speech, as Myth finishes off the guy, and Careless kind of sort of suggests the idea of Myth leaving wounds on the other two, Myth like perks up as if Careless is like giving him a direct order, even though he isn't. He's just kind of speculating. But as soon as he starts to say that, like Myth could do blah, 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 Myth perks up and like ears point and immediately walks over and like leans down and starts chomping on Jenna's body as if he was just like told to do it. So that's a thing.
You don't find that interesting though, Anne. Moving on. Anyway, so
yeah.
Too distracted by my sandwiches.
What is Miss Cataby doing during this?
During what?
All of this.
all of it.
How do you feel about Jenna's death here?
I mean, in regards to her death, I would say.
Like, how do you react?
I play it really cool, but inside I am just like, yes. But Jenna is simply a step to Cataby because Sucre is the real goal. So there's like that's nice, but that's not what we came here for.
Yeah.
So maybe there's a thank you, but beyond that, there's not much else.
But this is one of the first times, like in our TV show, where we've seen Miss Cataby just look at cold-blooded murder and like the rest of the crew just be like, cool.
I mean, like I did in my flashback addendum say that, I basically gave Careless Firm as far as I'm concerned, I gave him the license to kill on that. So yeah, I cannot regret at this point. There is nothing to regret. As far as I'm concerned, it's a win.
Yeah,
in Cataby's world.
Nice. Yeah, I think that's great. It's one of those things as a viewer you would want to get confirmation on, like, are all these people so cold? Do any of them have any hesitation? And we're like, nope.
No.
Maybe Aldo definitely has his thing going on, but
For anyone who's wondering why I didn't get it on the scuffle or anything, it's because I didn't want to ruin my disguise. Okay, like I was really proud of what I put together. So it's like this shit's under control. I don't need to do anything to break my disguise.
Well, okay, so once this is done, and Rune has told me about the generator in the next room, and Careless is getting impatient about getting on with it. So I get up silently and I'm walking to the place where the generator is, and as I walk past Miss Cataby, I look over. Nice nose. And just keep walking towards the generator.
Nice.
I take that as a compliment.
In his shadow.
It was meant as such.
Yeah, you go in there and you see what Rune did, and like, yeah, it's fucked up. It's rattling in ways it shouldn't. It's venting some probably toxic gases. It looks like it will fail. But
we kind of come in, and I like stop at the door and I go, Aldo, this is incredible. 2 moments in one day. You'll be my voice on this. I'm thinking you destroy that. We take the Tinkerer's body, put it in here, inside job. And he's doing this with his hands. He's like,
I nod in agreement.
I'm good with that.
I like that.
I'll be right back. He like walks out of the room to go get the body.
I kind of scratch my chin when I'm looking at this device, like trying to figure out like where's the best place to punch it. And I kind of like look and see, and I put on my glasses real quick and notice like the structural damage, and closely like wipe them off 1 second, put them back in my shirt pocket, and I roll up my other sleeve because the other one was already rolled up, and I just get ready, wait for them to bring the
if you want to, there's usually kind of not a lot of double dipping in this game, but if you're at 1 ticks out of 4 on alerted, if you'll let me tick it again, I'll give you another study roll to set yourself up. And like Rune tried to like do that before, and like didn't go super well. But if you want to just take a beat, you hear some noise upstairs, you hear some people like, I don't know, what was that? I don't know. It sounded like Jeffries. He's working downstairs. I know, but
you mean don't double dip on the wreck? Like, so,
well, let me just put it another way.
Okay.
There's a little bit of time pressure, but if you just want to be cool about it and be like, it's cool, I'm going to put my glasses on. I'm going to figure stuff out first. They're not going to come down here. Everyone relax. It's fine. And
how I'm picturing it is I see the weak point, and I reach like into it, and I grab like an integral part of the mechanism, and I just go, and like break a specific part that makes the whole thing broken.
Right. So you're gonna make a study roll.
Okay.
Sounds like.
Okay. Position.
Controlled.
Okay. Effect.
Standard.
Okay. Bonus status.
If you want to push yourself, I'm already ticking the alert clock once to give you this extra time to like do this exactly right. If you want to take even more time for a bonus die, I'll take the 3rd out of 4 on the alert clock.
No, that's all right.
It might not matter because you're about to wreck their generator. So
yeah, I got 2 dice on study, so hopefully it'll do it. Okay, so no bonus dice. Here we go.
Nope.
Boom.
Hey.
Boom.
There it is. There it is.
Nice.
I look at it and I think to myself, well, she got most of it.
Yeah. Room was.
It's like a spark plug. I'm like,
yeah. She totally broke the right thing, but like one part of it just hung on for dear life and didn't break off.
Yep.
And you're like,
everyone's rolled 6s except for me. I feel so sad now.
You gotta join the 6. Yeah, you're about to
do it.
Earn your pay, I think. So yeah, although you ease that thing free, And the whole thing, well, it's up to you, actually. You got a 6 here. There's no complications. So do you want it to sort of gracefully die, a nice quiet generator death because it's kind of a piece of crap? Or do you want it to like catastrophically fail in some way? What's your preference? It doesn't have to be right when you're standing next to it.
Well, the person that we're staging here, does that person have rune bites all over? Or I mean, myth bites all over it? Over?
They all do, yeah.
Yeah. It could be the generator went down and the ghost came in there and killed him.
Okay. So yeah, the less noisy, the better.
Okay. I didn't know if you wanted to like start a fire or some crazy shit like that. You want it to just be a nice and just powers down.
I want to leave as many options open because if there's a fire, we got to fucking deal with that.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because we're already gonna have to deal with fucking ghosts or whatever.
You are definitely going to have to deal with that. That's part of the plan, right? So yeah, it's you pull the thing off and it just slowly just. And the electric lights that are hung down here for the workshop, like just fade down to darkness. And then you hear lots of noises upstairs.
I walk out of the room and
I come back. I come in before you do, though. I'm dragging the body.
Okay.
I go, Aldo, the real fun is just about to start.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah, you hear like just like full speed running on the wooden floor, dun, 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 dun. And then a door bang, and then like a bell, like a dinner bell, like dong 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 dong. Someone like banging this bell upstairs, and then lots of footsteps and stuff. The horse outside, you hear it like clattering on the cobblestones, and then the coal chute door like bangs loudly, like someone hit it with the butt of a spear off from horseback.
Sounds like that, does it?
Yeah, it sounds just like that.
I just wanted to like walk past Anne as I'm, walk past Rune as I'm out the door, and I just have this little piece, and I kind of flip it to her. It's like, whoa, that did it.
And you
can keep that.
I just drop it on the floor. I don't want it. I don't know.
You guys are in this close darkness now. You all on your item sheet, you have a lantern that you can choose as one of your items if you want to have light. But Myth is casting a little light from his smoky, fiery eyes, and you hear outside from the outside the cold door. You hear the sharp voice of the Severosi horseman. Shit, I forgot what I named the tinker. I just said his name earlier. Jeffries. He says, Jeffries. What the blazes is going on down there, man?
Just from the outside door?
Yeah. And then it bangs again. Like you can tell he's like tried to lever the cold door open or something, but the foghound's like, close the latch behind him.
I think if I'm in the vicinity, right?
Yeah, you're in the room.
I'm kind of, the lights are off, but I'm like lighting my little lantern or whatever. I'm like, go get the others. We got to play our part now. And I go to the door and I go, ghosts! There's ghosts down here, sir. The generator's broken. There was a man, an older man, a tinkerer, I believe. He's done something dastardly. There's ghosts. He kind of waits and he's like, looks back at the group. He like, gives a thumbs up, like, that's fine.
Like that was a great performance, right?
You don't even, I don't think you have to even sway this guy. He's a fucking ghost fighting cavalry guy. So
yeah.
There's a pause, and then the horse like smashes the door off its hinges and like bangs down the stairs. And
horse, this tiny room?
No. The horse doesn't come down the stairs. Sorry. The horse just like kicks the metal door real hard, so it bangs open. And then this guy drops in like in Khal Drogo, with his braid flying, and he's got the spear in front of him, and sees Myth, and is just like and charges forward in the darkness to skewer him with his ghost killing spear.
Interesting.
Ghost killing spear.
You guys can step into at any point of that little thing that I just said. Like you're not just frozen standing there while all that happens. So what?
Yeah.
Who wants to do what?
Okay, so he goes like stomping down the stairs to go skewer.
He kind of like leaps into the room more or less.
This is a little bit improvised, I guess. Where is Aldo in relation to this? Because I'm at the top of the stairs. He goes past me, so I'm trying to gauge.
Aldo's like behind you in the generator. Like it, there's a doorway right behind you. Aldo's standing right there in the generator room.
And this is a man, so I'm not about to be like. I've done this before in a D&D game where like, fucking attack him. He's like, cool, he's level 37. He's wearing golden dot armor. And
he's a man. He's like the Silver Nails, they're legendary warriors. They're badasses. They're ghost killers. They're big time trouble. Like
they're badasses, but I'm thinking.
But he's a human guy. Like,
that's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to gauge it. So he's jumped into the midst of us. He has Aldo next to him, who's kitted out to do battle with people like this. I would imagine
he's not expecting what's actually down here. He sees a weird ghost dog and he attacks it, and he doesn't have like supernatural dark vision or something. He can't see you guys, so yeah.
Because I'm gonna do impromptu, but I just didn't want it to be one of those like, wow, I can't believe Jeff was such an idiot. That guy's a well known in the book as a god. Like I can't believe you did.
No, I mean this is the type of guy like Severosi. They have a great reputation. They're in this world. They're the Conan kind of type or something. It wouldn't shock you if you cut this guy's hand off and he was just like,
I'm okay with
fuck you. Like that.
I've suffered worse. I don't even have a dong. Yeah, okay.
But he's a human.
What's the name of their faction?
The Silver Nails.
Silver
Nails.
Yeah.
So this is fairly impromptu, but I'm not like as he runs past, just so speaking out loud so people can kind of see what Careless is thinking. He thinks this is a tremendous asset that if running amok and identified us as a problem, in a worse situation would be a game over thing. Like if we didn't have the jump on him and he had 5 more guys with him, maybe we just die there. So as he runs past, Carol's just like, well, shit. And then just a knife's in his hand. And I'm going to, I think Careless would throw the eyes at Aldo. Like, this is the guy we're supposed to kill, or one of the guys we're supposed to kill. And then I would huck the knife into his back.
So you're going to try and stab him.
Yeah.
Are you trying to interfere with his attack on Myth?
Well, I'm trying to kill him, man.
Or you're using that as an opportunity to stab him in the back, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just want to be clear on the
Okay.
intent here. You're not like, oh no, Myth, I better stop this guy. You're like, oh no, go ahead. I'm gonna stab you in the back. Fuck you.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's not like Myth is Rune or Miss Cataby or Aldo to me. I am doing this in part because I'm not going to leave Myth to just die by itself, but I do believe it to be possible to have it reconjured. So I don't think this is like the end of Myth type of thing.
No. Yeah. Of course not. Yeah. Myth is
right.
Myth can't really be killed. But
I just have to go bring him back later.
Right. It would be annoying to not have him on the rest of the job. So, but if you let him attack Myth, that gives you a much better shot on this dude from his blind side, right? Instead of stepping in front of him and being like,
no, he went past me. So
yeah,
I mean, mechanically you're saying he gets an attack on Myth. That's fine, I guess. But
I'm saying you're not interfering with that attack, and that gives you a better position to hurt this guy more. I think that's the way I see it.
Sure.
How often can I use the compel ability?
As much as you want.
Okay. Because I was thinking that I would use that since I can now summon a ghost that can actually come into the house.
Yeah. You sure can.
I want to do that to interfere with him attacking Myth. I want to make a fly in his face so that he's just like, oh shit, and has to fight this ghost while Myth just goes
you can
somewhere
do
else
that
in the house to wait. Because I'd like to be able to have Myth come into play later if we need him.
You got Jenna and Jeffrey's ghosts right next to you.
Nice.
Either one of them will do. I mean, you don't have to. You could the whole district is haunted. You could summon up some random spirit also.
Okay.
But those are the closest available ghosts. Otherwise, I'll just decide what shows up.
Okay. I would say Jeffrey's. I don't want to have some weird thing between Jenna's ghost and Miss Cataby.
That's good. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Oh, and the arm wrestling guy.
Yeah, also Scovelander, dude, the arm wrestling.
Oh, arm wrestling bro.
Yeah,
he's big. Yeah,
we didn't get a name, but yeah.
But he did die. So
he did. Indeed, he was murdered.
Big. So I'm trying to throw him at this Severosi guy.
Nice.
to distract him.
This is the first time we've seen this kind of supernatural business. What does Rune do? What do you do to compel the ghost out of his body and make him appear?
So I like run over to the when we heard the horse kind of like outside, now that the generator has gone down, I like ran over to the guy's body, and I like put both my hands like on his chest, and my eyes start to like glow, and the like rune on my face kind of starts to smoke as I just like sit there, and you just like, no one else can really hear me, but I'm kind of like whispering like these like words to myself and like to the body and like pulling this ghost, and like, so my hands are on his chest, and I like start like kind of lifting my hands up like this, and you can see like his spirit like coming up out of his body. Like I'm physically pulling it out of him.
Awesome. Yeah, that's
so. And I can pretty much tell him to do whatever I want, right? Like he's just.
Yes, you're gonna make an attune roll, and that will tell us like how compliant, how like smooth and simple it is to command this guy.
Okay.
Is it just like immediate perfect behavior, or is it troublesome somehow, because ghosts are weird,
unpredictable? Yeah.
They're very unpredictable. Yeah.
Okay.
So let's start with that, because that will definitely affect Carolys's attack.
Sure.
Okay. What's my position?
So,
I
think because it's like an interruption, this warrior's attack. You want to time everything just right. You don't want to be like in the middle of this when it happens. You just want to be like, come on, rah, let's do this. I think it's risky for standard effect or desperate for a great effect. You can choose how much you're going to throttle it here.
Okay. Is it like if I do desperate, am I running the risk of like something going terribly wrong? There'll
be backlash probably to you.
Right.
Some kind of.
And that's if I roll like a 1 or something.
There's something, anything less than a 6, there'll be some kind of backlash, but you can always resist that. You can be like, nope, that doesn't happen. I'm going to resist it. So, and you are good.
I'm going to go
resisting these things.
I'm going to go desperate.
That is why you are
Hell
awesome.
yeah.
Okay, so standard effect?
Desperate and great, but
desperate and great.
Hang on, I have a devil's bargain to give
I'm
you.
gonna take it desperate for standard.
devil's bargain.
Come on.
Just want to make sure before I push buttons.
I've got the devil's bargain, lass.
Devil's bargain.
So you know how you're accumulating the favor of she who slays in darkness. When you go to do this, you reach through the black mirror. It's funny that we will talk about that show, but that's what people call it. You reach through the black mirror into the ghost field to draw this guy out. Normally the spirit is like stuck to the body for a day or 2 or 3, and you're like forcibly like pulling him through. You're familiar with this kind of thing as a whisperer. You just got this ability, so I think this is maybe the first time you've done this. Like maybe. But you know what to expect, right? Like the world of the ghost field is a world of spirits, and there's this other dimension kind of that floats near ours, and you can reach into it and attune to it and da-da-da-da-da. But if you want to take this devil's bargain, this time it's not normal. It's not the normal ghost field stuff. This is similar to when you summon myth, which is this other thing, this somewhat demon-tainted space. And if you want to take this devil's bargain, you can pull this guy's spirit through that space instead, which will improve your favor with she who slays in darkness, and will fuck this guy in the afterlife at like as thoroughly as possible. He won't just be a crazy spirit in Duskwall. He'll be doomed to some horrible service to this forgotten god. But that will make him much more compliant, and it'll give you a bonus die on your roll.
Okay, so what's the devil's bargain part of it?
You get one more tick on the favor clock for she who slays in darkness.
The way you're presenting that sounds so suspicious.
I mean, maybe you could think of that it's a good thing to have a good relationship with a weird goddess.
Whoa, weird, John.
Look,
Starting at
I don't
clock.
understand who she is yet, and you're.
I know.
I don't. That's why it scares me because I don't understand her.
That's why it's a devil's
I don't
bargain.
know if I want to be in her favor or not.
I know.
Dark gods listening to the show right now. It's not weird.
Yeah, that's deist.
Look,
Thank you.
I will take
Weird is a
the
compliment.
bonus die for the devil's bargain.
that's the
So
spirit
that's
rune.
one, right?
That's the give me the knife rune that we know and love.
That's
Yes.
right.
Okay. So
That's the shit we can run the city's electricity.
one bonus die for this, right? For the devil's bargain.
Yes, plus you get a bonus die for that. Yes.
Okay. Jesus Christ, I hate everything.
Oh god.
Why are my rolls so dumb today?
Hey, you got a 4. It's not a. It's not a 3.
on the thing though, Anne.
It's 4. I don't know what that means.
4 is it's a success. 4 is a success.
4, it's not a 6. It sucks.
I know it's not good enough.
A 3. It's not a 3 though. You do it. You succeed at what you're trying to do.
Fine. Okay.
Anne's a tiger mom, dude.
So you rip this guy's soul out of his body,
No.
permanently curse him to some dark service to she who slays in darkness,
He'll be fine.
compel him to fight the ghost killer instead of Myth, freeing Myth to do something else, actually, which is pretty great. That's actually gonna be really good for you, Jeff.
Yeah.
And then you pay a price, right? Or maybe you don't. You can resist these consequences from the desperate thing. So
Okay.
first, first consequence is level 2 harm, which will be
Damn, Gina.
let's call it something crazy. Shadow burns. That sounds good.
Okay.
And so you can resist this, but by default, if you don't, you're gonna, on your level 2 harm line, you're gonna write shadow burns. You'll take a die penalty when shadow burns, interfere with what you're trying to do. And essentially, when you do this, you drag this guy through this other dimension, and the shadowy, fiery substance that Myth is composed of, and what you see in your visions of she who slays in darkness, it erupts through the opening as you free this guy's spirit, and it engulfs Rune for a moment in this black fire situation, and burns you. So that would be damage that you take from that. And the other complication will be, because on a desperate roll, you might take level 3 harm. So instead of giving you level 3 harm, I'm giving you level 2 harm plus this other thing.
Okay.
You can resist this. The other thing is that this spirit is not really disposable. What you've done here binds this cursed ghost to you, and you can't just be go away. He's gonna stick.
The ghost of 1,000 questions.
Gonna stick with you. So you can resist one or both of those. And a resistance roll. I think we did this a while back. It's one of you roll your attribute. For you, it's resolve in this case. Which, as I recall, you have 3 dice in or something pretty good.
Yeah.
You can say nope, I don't want to take the harm. I'm going to roll my resolve. Instead of taking the harm, you'll take some amount of stress based on your resolve roll. And you can be nope, I don't want this guy to be bonded to me. Fuck that. And you can roll resolve, and instead of him being bonded to you, you'll take some amount of stress. To avoid that.
And then for level 2 harm, I can still get rid of that during downtime, right?
Yeah, you can heal and recover from it. And
It's
stuff.
just that for the rest of this, I'll have -1 die for
when being burned matters. So if you get in a fight, or you're running away, or some physical activity where your burns hurt you, it won't affect your magic stuff, but it would affect your physical stuff.
Fatigues you.
Okay. I want to resist the guy being bonded to me. I don't want that.
Okay.
So I'm gonna roll the
Your
resolve.
interests aren't very peculiar then.
So you can I think if you just click resolve, it'll
No bonus die or anything.
take care of it.
50 Shades of Rune.
No bonus die.
Hey!
Oh shit! Zero
Two
stress.
misses.
Zero
Wow.
stress. And
Is that good enough for you,
That's a
Tiger
crit,
Mom?
right?
And
that is great. Yeah,
How come the second one's only
that's
a
a
2?
crit. He says, "And shh."
It's a crit.
Tell
when
me.
you roll a critical on resistance, clear 1 stress.
Nice. Okay. So I get -1 stress, and that guy's not bonded to me, but I have Shadow Burns, which is level 2 harm.
Correct.
Okay. All caught up.
Rock. Nicely done.
You are
Sweet.
fully like embracing the darkness.
You just had to build up to your crit. You had to suffer those non-6s.
Yeah.
You're saving them for this one.
Man, ripping that guy's soul out really did me good. I feel better actually.
You're so relaxed.
She was getting antsy,
No.
just standing around eating sandwiches. So she was like, I need to do something with ghosts.
There
Come
was
on.
something in the sandwiches, perhaps.
So this was an arm wrestler guy, right? This was the other guy.
No, this was arm wrestler, bro.
It was him. Okay.
Yeah, I went for the big dude.
Okay.
Nice. Cool. Okay, so this guy, the Severosi, is fighting this newly spawned shadow demon tainted ghost guy instead of myth.
Mm-hmm.
So I think is this classic myth plus careless kill a dude combo, Jeff?
I believe so.
that's what I'm seeing.
Full advantage on his back, I guess. Then he just doesn't see it coming.
Yeah, I think you should get a controlled attack as the ambush here, and it can be a group action with myth rolling their 3 dice if you want to do like a combo.
Great effect, then you would say.
Yeah, great effect.
So controlled, great. Do I get +1 dice for myth?
I'm gonna roll for myth, and we'll take the best roll between the 2 of you.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna take my 3 dice then off of skirmish, and if we get the 6 that I want, can I describe the way I kill him? Because that's quite good.
Yeah, totally. And I get 3 dice for
Roll better than me.
because you're his leader.
Yes. Do my bidding, myth. Damn you, myth.
Myth is tired from all the people you made him.
That's
4 and 4. Okay, so uncontrolled. Let's actually do this because this matters. You get to decide. So on a partial success uncontrolled, you can withdraw and try a different approach. Like you realize this isn't going the way you want, and so you can be like, nope, wait, let him tangle with the ghost for a moment, and we'll try again. Or you can push forward and do it with reduced effect and suffer a complication. So
I'm gonna wait. I'm behind him, and again, there's just that knife in my hand.
yeah,
I go in, and but then all of a sudden the dude like busts out this mega awesome fucking twirl move and like bats Smith back, and I'm like, oh shit, okay, I'll wait.
oh yeah, nice, that's good. Yeah, you guys are just about to pounce, and yeah, he like does like a crazy spear spin, and pins the weird. This isn't a normal spirit, right? Because of what Rune did. They're normally these like glowing blue vaporous spirits, but this one kind of looks like myth. It's this weird black shadow with burning coals for eyes, and his mouth is open. It's like a furnace inside, and he's just shrieking silently, like he's tormented in some way. And the Severosi, to his credit, like doesn't go, what the fuck, you know? He just goes, like
A new challenge.
pins the guy to the wall with his spear. His spear is an artifact, a magical thing of some kind, obviously, and he pins the ghost, and where it pins him, he starts to like disintegrate and burn through. So he's gonna like sear apart and fall into pieces as ash. But you guys don't attack him. You're like, whoa, okay, hang on, that didn't work. I assume you just want to like wait a beat and then try again, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
So
going in.
let me hang on. I'm gonna make a fortune roll. If he just instantly disintegrates this thing,
Okay.
then he's gonna be on his toes, and it won't be controlled. It'll be risky. But
I gotcha.
if he doesn't just waste this guy, then he'll still be vulnerable to you. So I'm gonna roll. How badass is this guy? I like 3 dice probably. That did not work at all. 3d6. Try again. There we go. Nope. He got a 5. He does not instantly disintegrate this guy.
Who's hurting it, but he's still distracted?
Yep. He's gonna finish him off. Like the ghost doesn't survive because he did get a success, but he pins him and then he like leans into it and summons some sort of inner strength, and the thing like starts to burn more, and he's like like finishing him off as you guys pounce on him again.
Oh, I critted him.
Oh shit!
Oh my god.
I don't even need to roll for myth. That's there you go.
Yeah,
I thought we might get to see an actual fight against this dude,
No.
but we're not.
pressing it up against the wall. It's like this pretty badass moment, and we're like zoomed in on his face. But then I just come in behind and just jab the knife in through his ear hole, and then break off the handle.
Holy shit!
So maybe it's this point in which like there is just this momentary fear of like, oh, this is who Careless Firm actually is, right? As I see like the slight twist and like the grin on his face, and I just have this perfect angle. It sends a shiver through one's body.
Nice. Yeah.
With that kill stroke, he just immediately crumples, obviously. And I kind of look down at him, and I look back towards the doorway and go, "Oh my god, the ghost killed another one!" I look at him like, "This is pretty good."
Nice. So yeah, so far both of my most badass fighters have gotten one shot critted when they showed up. But that's why we roll the dice. You know what I mean?
There'll be more.
There's an endless parade, really.
We haven't even gone upstairs yet.
That's right. So yeah, so you call over your shoulder, Careless, and you hear there's still like some running around in confusion, but you hear the door upstairs open, and you hear someone say, "Jeffries, where is my power?"
And I think I look over at Cataby when I hear that voice, and I give like a little wink.
And outside, so the coal chute door is open. The sort of misty rain is getting a little intense, more heavy now. It's raining proper outside. Out in the district, like through the twisting alleyways and stuff of the city, you hear this moan, this chorus of voices echoing, hissing, ghostly sounds. As the whole place starts to realize that the shield is gone, and it chills the blood for anyone who still has human feelings.
John?
You see me fingering the what is it? Amulet? No, a Spiritbane charm. You can see me fingering the charm under my shirt, just going backwards, crystal, fish, backwards.
John, a couple questions. Rossi, do they look genetically different than anybody else, or are they just people?
They don't look like Northerners. They're darker of skin and hair, and are kind of Mediterranean looking to our eyes. Probably.
Always? Do they always look like that?
Pretty much, yeah. But this guy does. That's the most common. Yeah.
We're gonna try something a little bit different. Careless kind of looks down at the body, hears that voice, looks at Miss Cataby, and then starts to take off his shirt. And he takes off his shirt and kind of bunches it and puts it in like his waistband, and then picks up the spear and says, and then takes off the guy's ring and puts on the guy's ring and says, "New plan. I am going to protect this guy, get in close, and then we're going to do our thing."
All right. Let's take our break on that. I think we'll talk about the ring.
One more note before you talk about it.
Yeah.
He's got, just to remind people again, it's not a good sail. He's very white skinned. It does not look normal. He has red, like swirling tattoos up and down his upper body. But also when he picks up the spear, there's two wound like nub scars on his shoulders, on his back and shoulder blades. And that's something we haven't seen yet.
Well, that's interesting, actually. Yeah, because this guy also has ritual scarification tattoos on his body. So at a glance with your shirt off, you're the wrong kind of color, but people would potentially think you were a ghost killer, type. Yeah. So yeah, it's convincing, except that you're bright white. Maybe you're an albino, Severosi. It probably sometimes. Cool. Yeah. So, and the ring. Don't let me forget. We'll talk about that.
I put it on.
let's do a break, and then we will get on with our final hour of Roleplay Blades. See you guys in a bit.